since this episode is all about, a student's life in Canada, how about we start with a little brief on the Canadian culture? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I think Canada is known to be the second most happiest country in the world. It is vast, it is multicultural and multilingual. French and English have always been the major languages, and I think English is actually one of the majorly spoken language. And apart from that, you will find lots of students, many countries. They have been going to Canada. They have been migrating to Canada. So it is indeed one of the multilingual countries in the world. The most basic fact about Canadians is that they are truly polite and friendly. Regardless of what your gender, your ethnicity, your religion, occupation, it doesn't matter. You are accepted here. Initially, you might Canadian English, you might sound surprising, or you will be able to understand very well and interpret very well and very easily. May I or excuse me and please is kind of a social standard. And tipping in Canadian restaurants, salons, or taxis, along with a thank you, is also, I would say, is much expected while you are in Canada. So I think especially international student, if they keep in mind small things, I think it will be very useful for them once they travel to Canada finally. And I think Canada is also a very large country. It's actually the second biggest in the world. It is a country of immigrants actually, and 58% of the population is actually immigrant. So as an international student, if you are, say, staying in a PG or homestays with a Canadian family, I'm sure you will feel settled, secure, and most importantly, you will feel at home.
Where all students can stay in. And I heard you say about paying guest, PG, right? That's one of the options. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about, the type of accommodations that are available for our international students?
I think broadly, there are two types of accommodation options for international student. One, of course, being on campus, other could be off campus. But we have observed that most of the international students, they actually prefer to stay off campus. In this case, you can get a space for yourself on a rent or in shared apartments. And also remember, the rentals will vary from city to city and depending on which area you are staying in. A rough estimate, if I have to say, it would range anywhere between, say, Canadian dollars 7,300 up to 14,000 CAD per year, but it completely depends on lots of factors. Apart from that, most of the universities or colleges in Canada, they also have on-campus accommodation or hostels or dormitory facilities which students can opt for. You have to apply for it quite early as it could be limited, space could be limited. So you have to that applying early, and usually the cost for on-campus housing may or may not include meal plan. And I think the benefit of on campus would be you will get to spend more time in and around campus. If you are staying on campus, then students prefer to take meal plans offered by university. If you are a fresher student or if you are going for the bachelor degree, then it is always recommended that you must stay on campus at least for the initial years till you get used to the new country. Being an international student, at most of the universities or college level programs, most of your day you will spend on practical based or career centered education. Your days usually will include a combination of lectures, labs, tutorials and workshops and a part of your program usually. I would say this variety is what campus life is all about in Canadian universities.
What kind of transportation options are available?
I think Canada's public transit is quite efficient and well connected,
I see.
safe as well. So depending on where you stay, you can use public transportation, like say you will have buses, you will have trains, subways, light rails, or you can even cycle around if you like to.
Okay.
Also, I would like that there are student discounts available. So when you are using a public transportation, transportation options, this will also make it very simple and easy, to navigate and around wherever you are staying in Canada.
So please tell us a little bit about the options for food in Canada. Like now, since I'm an Indian, I would like to know if there are Indian food options available. Indian cuisine.
I know. I think food is very much favorite topic to all of us, all of the Indians, I would say, and I'm sure every student will have lots of questions around it. But to summarize, I would say yes, you do get Indian food in Canada, so you need not worry about it. There are actually many Indian and
yay.
There are actually many Indian and other Asian restaurants where you can simply walk in and enjoy our Indian delicacies, Indian food, or whatever you like. It's again easy. And alternatively, if you are residing on the campus, then you can also enroll for a meal plan at your university or college cafeterias, which will make it easy. But I'm sure, if you are having that meal plan on the campus, you may not be able to find that Indian food frequently, but they do serve Indian food lot of time.
Right. And next question for you, Smita. So how about staying connected with family and friends, back in their home countries? What do students,
will like be on your list of essentials, or rather it has to be on your list of essentials, I would say. One of the things that we have always seen, that international students specifically who are traveling for the first time, they tend to face that homesickness, because they are not used to with staying away from friends or from family such a long time. So definitely staying connected with your family will always help you. In Canada, you have the option of choosing between pay as you go, which is commonly known as prepaid or postpaid phone plans, of course.
Right.
Yeah. Since postpaid plans typically require a credit check, paid plans, some carriers will also
postpaid
allow you to purchase a prepaid SIM card online, and they will deliver it to your address. So that's also easy. Usually on campus, if you are staying on campus, it will be, it will have access to a local Wi-Fi. Even if you are renting an apartment, most of the times Wi-Fi will be there. So I'm sure that will come handy.
This actually brings us to the end of our session. Thank you so much, Smita, for joining us today. It was a great, fun-filled and informative session with you as always.